777, aka Diz, and this is The Force Always.
Here it is. Yes, I'm in Paris, France, Eiffel Tower, but the show must go on. That's right, Star Wars. I'm on vacation here with my lady, and more about that in the news later on. To the news, Star Wars news. On the 28th of November, Rebels, the animation, will be coming to Australia. That's it, 28th November will be coming to Australia, Rebels animation to Blu-ray and DVD. To more news, John Williams, the main composer for Star Wars, is in recovery. He's okay, but he's in recovery. That's the main composer for Star Wars. Okay, to more news. In Melbourne, Australia, the main football, or the second main football stadium, it's called Etihad Stadium. That's a brand, Etihad. It's changing its brand name to Marvel, just to let you know. It's not really Star Wars related, but Marvel is connected to Disney, and Disney's connected to Star Wars. So there you go. So it's going to be changing its name to Marvel Stadium. That's in Melbourne, Australia. So to more news, and this is one piece of exciting news. I've just proposed to my lady, Charmin, here in Paris, actually at the top of the Eiffel Tower. I don't know if you can sort of see, I think the top is, no, we can't see it from this direction here, but I've just proposed, and this is my beautiful lady. Here you go.
Hi everybody.
There's Charmin, there, so you get beautiful. I've just proposed to her last night on the top of the Eiffel Tower. Now, how is that Star Wars related? I love Star Wars, and she actually likes Star Wars too.
Me too.
That's it. Thank you very much. Now, so let's get on with the show. We'll get on with the show. So to views. Views is going to be about what should happen in episode 9. Another aspect to the story is Lando Calrissian will be in the story. That's Billy Dee Williams, I met at the last Star Wars celebration. But I think what should happen, I actually think now the Millennium Falcon needs to be killed off. The Millennium Falcon needs to be killed off, and I think they're going to kill off Lando Calrissian. It would be a very emotional and fitting end if Lando were to sort of be in the Millennium Falcon, sort of being destroyed together, as it was his in the first place. It will sort of be a nice, full circle. And another part of me says I don't want the Millennium Falcon to go, but it may go down. If it does, with Lando Calrissian inside. That's my view idea. It's a very brief idea at the moment, just because it's quite hectic here in France, so I just need to make this video fairly short. Anyway, so let's get into reviews. Okay, reviews this time around was when I was in Barcelona. We were there a couple of days ago. I came across a really interesting, funky strip, and it had a shop, a real funky shop. It was just, all they sold was rubber duckies. That's right, rubber duckies. And then one of the rubber duckies was, and there was a number of them actually, which I'll show you pictures of. They had a Duck Vader. Now I know it's a bit unusual, it's a bit gimmicky and stuff like that, but this duck shop, this rubber duck shop, was actually quite well put together. I thought it was quite unique, something that we've seen over here at Star Wars, and I thought I'd show you. So I look at the review for this. I give it about an 8 to 10. It is good. It's a bit gimmicky, but it was still worth a bit of fun, and they present the product very well. Here's the picture, as you can see, and a couple of others. Anyway, so I give that 8 out of 10. So let's get into the interviews. Interviews this time around will be, first question, can episode 9 survive without John Williams? I'll tell you this, it will be an absolute tragedy if John Williams cannot do this final episode. I believe that with the fans and myself, it will be quite intense. I think it can survive. There's so far we've had other composers in the other spin-off movies, and I thought they did well, especially the Rogue One. Not many people liked the Rogue One the composer, but I thought he did a great job, and I especially thought Solo, the composer, was great. But I think it'll be an absolute tragedy if you cannot do episode 9. He can survive, but boy, it'll be an absolute tragedy if he's unable to do episode 9. But I think for health reasons, if he has to lay back, I and I'm sure the other Star Wars fans will understand. Anyway, so my next question is, who can compose for episode 9? Who can? I think the only person that I could see to trust to do a great score is Zimmerman. I think Zimmerman would be a great person to score episode 9. I think it needs to be still orchestral. I don't think they need to go in the route of making a band or electronic. It would suit it, but this is the final episode of all the trilogy, episode 9. It needs to come to an end in a similar fashion to all the others. After this, it can change, transform. I don't mind. You could even use the likes of Daft Punk with an orchestral sort of connection to it from episode 10. But episode 9 definitely needs an orchestral conclusion. And I'm saying Zimmerman from the top of my head here, trying to think from the top of my head here, freestyle as I say. But yeah, I think Zimmerman would be good. So that's the interviews this time around. Please like, share this video, subscribe to the channel. The Force Always only on YouTube. And coming from Paris, that's France, and Arc de Triomphe, which is right behind us, and with Charmin, here's Charmin, closing off the trade. My beautiful lady, look at that, beautiful lady, Charmin. We are now engaged, my beautiful fiance, that's Charmin. The Force is with us, always.
Yeah.
Yes, and until the next time, as I say at the end of every show, keep rocking.
Keep rocking forever.